If you're feeling stuck, you feel like you're working hard on your English, you're doing everything you can, but you're not seeing much progress. When you started learning English, your English improved very fast, but now you've hit a point, this purgatory stage where you're putting in a lot of effort, you're working hard on your English, but you're not seeing much results. You feel like you're stuck and you can't get to the next level. If this is you, if this sounds like you, then you've probably hit the intermediate plateau. What is the intermediate plateau? The intermediate plateau is this stage of learning a language, learning English, where you put in a lot of effort, you try very hard, you practice every day, you listen to English, you read a lot, and you write, but your English is not improving much. When you start learning English in the beginning, when you're an absolute beginner, you get exponential results. What that means is your graph of improvement looks like this. You start and then you improve really, really, really fast. You see a lot of progress. You start speaking, you start learning new words, you start understanding English. But after this point, you hit a plateau. You hit this stage where you're still putting in the effort, you're still practicing, but you're not seeing as much progress. You feel like you're stuck and you don't know how to get to the next level. Well, as an advanced English learner myself, I have been through this stage, and every English learner goes through the same stage as well. So when I first started learning English as a beginner, like I said, I improved really, really fast. For the first like maybe 2, 3 months, I improved really quickly. But after that, I hit the intermediate plateau. I was still practicing, I was still listening to English, but all of the effort didn't seem to work. I didn't notice much changes in my English. My speaking was the same. My writing was the same, my listening and understanding skills were the same, and I did not really improve much. But after I hit that plateau, like when I was going through this time, I went harder. So I made a plan. I said, okay, every single day in the morning, I'm going to practice English for 3 hours or 2 hours. And I did that for like 3, 4 months, and I got out of this situation as well. But only practice is not enough. Like I did a few other things as well, which I'm going to share with you. So, the first thing you need to realize is that what got you to this level will not get you to the next level. So, if you went from beginner or from zero to intermediate, the actions that you took, the things that you did, are not going to be the same as the things you will do now to get to advanced English learner. Of course, the methods are going to be the same, but you will have to do them differently. For example, you will still have to practice speaking, but you will have to, a few incorporate a few other things as well, and you will practice differently. I will show you what to do to get to the next level from this intermediate plateau to advance. But you need to realize that what got you to this level, the skill sets and the methods and all of the things that you did will not get you to the advanced level. You need to do things differently. Now, what should you do? The first thing I would say is change your mindset. Take learning more seriously. When you're a beginner, you can, like mess around. You can maybe practice here a little bit, watch this YouTube video, watch another one, and maybe read a paragraph or something, and you will still improve because even those actions are very small and not very strategic, but you're still gonna improve because you're an absolute beginner. It's the same as like when you go to the gym for the first time. Even if you don't have a correct plan, for the first like maybe 2, 3 months, you will improve really, really fast. Those are called newbie gains, and they are the same in language learning, in learning English as well. The newbie gains are real. So when you start, when you're a beginner, you get these newbie gains. You don't practice much, you do a little bit of things here and there, and you still improve. But when you're an intermediate learner, those things are not gonna work. You have to take learning more seriously. And this is the mindset I need you to adopt. You need to sit down and make a plan, a step-by-step strategy to help you to help yourself get out of this situation, to get to the next level. You need to practice more intentionally. You need to actively listen to English more. You need to read with more intention and practice with an expert or someone who has higher English level than you. I'm going to share with you some practical ways you can get out of this intermediate plateau and get to the next level now. The first practical thing you can do is to learn advanced expressions. When you're an intermediate English learner, you have basic vocabulary. You can speak, with flow. You can express your ideas using the basic words. And if you keep using those basic words, you're going to be at the same level. You're not going to improve much. In order to get out of this intermediate plateau and get to advanced level in English, you need to learn advanced expressions. What that means is learn idioms, slang, phrasal verbs, and everything else that native speakers use so that you speak like them, so that you become advanced like them. And the way you do that is by listening to content which is designed by native speakers, just like movies. So when you watch movies, you will come across a lot of advanced vocabulary. You will hear expressions here and there. You will hear phrasal verbs and figures of speech and all of these things. And you need to learn them if you want to get to the next level. I recommend learning 5 to 10 new expressions every single day. And when you commit to this, after you do it for a month, you will have learned 300 expressions, for example. After doing it for 3 months, you will have learned 900 expressions, advanced expressions, and those will be enough to speak English fluently and confidently like a native speaker. The second thing you need to do is to incorporate feedback into your speaking system. So when you are a beginner, you could just practice and practice with yourself or practice alone or something like that, and your English would still improve. But when you're in intermediate, that no longer is helpful. You have to talk with someone who can give you feedback, who can give you corrections and correct your mistakes. Because when you don't get feedback, you keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and you're in this circle, this intermediate plateau circle, and you never get out of it because you keep making the same mistakes and you're stuck at the same level. The way you get out is by reducing your mistakes, and the way you do that is by getting feedback from someone, especially from someone who has higher English level than you, whether it's your friend, whether it's your teacher, anyone, or a native speaker, or me, which is what I do inside my community. I speak with you and give you personalized feedback. Maybe if you want to join, you can join with the link in the description below. But you need to speak with someone who has higher English level than you, whether it's me or someone else. It doesn't really matter as long as you're getting the feedback and as long as you're getting corrections. You can speak with ChatGPT and ask it to correct your mistakes. Yeah, it works, but it doesn't feel natural because language is not, to be used for speaking to AI. You need to build authentic relationships. You need to have real life conversations. You need to apply the language you're learning in real situations. And when you do that and someone gives you feedback, you take the feedback, you correct your mistakes, you speak and practice again, and then you get better. And that's how you really get to the next level, in my opinion. The last thing you need to do is to commit to a 60-day English learning period where you go hard on your English, where you prioritize your English, you practice and learn English for 3-4 hours a day. You don't have to do it forever, just 60 days. Commit to 60 days, don't miss a day. Speak, speak, speak more. Listen, listen, listen more. Read, read, and write, write, write. When you do this every single day for 60 days, you will get out of this intermediate plateau type of situation. I did this as well, like I mentioned before. When I hit the intermediate plateau and I realized that my English was not improving, I went hard. Every single day in the morning, I would talk to a friend of mine whose English level was higher than me. He was advanced in English. I would talk with him for 3 4 hours, sometimes two or even one, and he would correct my mistakes. If I would make a mistake, he would point it out for me, and that's how I really got better. I did that for 3 months straight without missing a day. You don't have to do it for 3 months, like 60 days is also fine, or even 30 days. But the point is, you need to commit to learning English. You need to take it more seriously. You need to get corrections, follow all of the things which I just shared with you, and learn English anyway. I know being at this intermediate purgatory stage is very difficult because you feel like you're putting in a lot of effort but not seeing much results. But I promise you, if you follow this advice, if you follow the things I shared with you, you will get out of this situation, and you can get out as soon as in like 60 days or even 30 days if you put in the work, if you work hard, and if you speak with someone whose English level is higher than you, so they can give you feedback and guide you and correct your mistakes and help you improve faster. In order to make this process easier for you, I've created a private community. Inside, I do coaching calls. I get on Zoom calls with you. I speak with you. You practice with me. I give you feedback. You get corrections. I correct your mistakes. And I guide you through this English learning journey so that you don't have to be alone. Also, you might be able to make some friends and connect with other English learners who are serious about improving. If you feel like joining my community, you can join with the first link in the description below. It's not much, it's very cheap. Okay, see you in the next video.